Everybody get your phone out and
Welcome,
zap
everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So welcome to the EOP Spring Welcome Back. We all survived fall 2020. Not only that, we all survived calendar year 2020. A heck of a year. We are starting off the Welcome Back with some fun. We're going to do a Menti. So you can either go to menti.com and enter the code there, or that QPR code, you can use your phone and go straight to it. And Shelby is going to help us go through some questions, kick us off for a little fun. So where are you zooming in from? We got some local areas. Salinas, Watsonville in the house. Minnesota.
I love it. Home, aren't we all?
Little warmer here than there. Seaside in the house, Watsonville. Texas. Yikes, nice. Tracy. Taft, Santa Cruz, Fresno. Yeah, we're covering the United States, let alone the Central Coast. Greenfields here, Sacramento representing. Gilroy, Watsonville. So tell us about your mood today. Sunny, cloudy, rainy, thundery, or rainbow. Sunshine is the day. All right, we're covering the spectrum here. We don't have, well, we'll run rainy day. Sunny, cloudy, rainbow. I like rainbow. Get your vote in, folks. Nice. So most of us are off to a good start. It's okay if it's rainy and thundery, it'll pass. We passed through quite a lot. We're off for a better semester and a better year. I think we're about ready for our next step. So, staff's going to introduce ourselves. Most of you know us, some of you may not. I haven't worked with everybody. So, my name is Bear Jameer. I work with entering and continuing transfer folks, upper division, usually fifth year and up. Folks that entered as freshmen. And this is Gloria. Gloria is most experienced peer mentor of our group. She's been a peer mentor in EOP for 3 years. She worked with me. She's getting ready to graduate.
Hey everyone, welcome. My name is Clementina Macias and I'm the director for our college support programs. So I oversee our EOP and Guardian Scholars program, and then also our TRIO student support services programs, our college assistant migrant program, and our Undocu success program. So welcome.
Hi everyone, my name is May. I'm the admissions assistant, and I work under Martine Armstrong, who is that lovely lady in that beautiful picture, and she's the admissions and retention advisor.
Hi everyone, I'm Shelby Scoggin and I am the EOP Guardian Scholars Administrative Coordinator, which is just a long title for I make sure everybody gets what they need. So welcome, and I look forward to working with you this semester. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's nice to see you all. And I'm excited for this semester. So my name is Ana Alvarez, and I am one of the retention advisors. I work with the first, second, and third year students. And the 2 peer mentors that work along with the same caseload are Sophia Edmonds, who's the peer mentor for the first year students, and Jackie Lopez, who's currently working with the second year cohort. Again, it's very exciting to see you all, and thank you for making the time to be here.
Hey, hi everyone. Welcome to our family reunion. We are so excited to kick off the spring semester. My name is Kiana Ritchie, and I work with all of our Guardian Scholars participants. So shout out to all my Guardian Scholars out there, as well as the 4th year cohort who's holding it down. And I also work with Jessica Guzman. She's my student assistant, AKA my right hand. She couldn't be here today because she's in class, but welcome.
So we're going to do a little bit more of the Menti. You can enter the code or do the QPR. Just flash on your phone. So how are you feeling about this semester so far? Stressed on a Thursday. Hang in there. You'll get in your groove. Got some
Those of you
confident-
feeling stressed, I hope you reach out to your advisors.
Looks like we got some happy and confident, gaining on the stressed, confused, pretty normal. Oh, stress is reaching. That's all right. Beginning of the semester, as you're figuring out your grooves, stress is a little pretty normal. But we'll help you through if you need it. What's our next poll? What are you looking forward to? Nice. We got some soon to be graduates, it looks like. Finishing strong. I like it. Yep, project semester if you're in your last one. Internships coming down. ASL, nice. Online school ending. I think there's a few of us in that boat. Passing your classes. Keep day by day, you'll get there. We got a lot of folks close to graduation. I like it. Finishing 3rd year. Welcome to upper division. GPA's going up. Learning new things. Nice. Spring break already. All right. Have something to work towards. Finishing strong, shooting for that GPA. After spring break, working towards summer. And sleep. Yeah, after graduation, long nap. I like it.
Well, you said long nap, Bears, and we went to history.
There we go.
Here we go with the transition. So, hey, everyone, some history. Thank you so much for sharing and engaging with us. I think, the team and I, kind of struggled a bit in wanting to be able to put together a welcome back. We really like the in-person stuff just as much as you all do as well. But, we are all adapting to this virtual world, and hence, experimenting with these mentee polls is definitely a good way for us to kind of feel the group out, especially for a group this size. So let's talk about some history. So history allows us the opportunity to tell our stories and our narratives. In the 1960s, during the Civil Rights Movement, one of many emerging issues was the lack of access to higher education. Education was seen as a critical civil right. This movement paved the way for college access and equity programs to emerge. As many of you know, the Educational Opportunity Program was created in the late 1960s to overcome economic and social barriers that prevented minorities and underrepresented students from attaining a college education. This was a student-led campaign that resulted in the passing of Senate Bill 1072 in April 1969, which helped us establish the EOP program at the California State University level. EOP at CSUMB itself was established in 1995, and our Guardian Scholars Program followed starting in 2010 under the EOP umbrella. In September of 2019, EOP celebrated its 50 years, and the following anniversary video was created to highlight how far we've come and the work that still is left to continue to ensure that these programs continue to move forward. So let's watch. Being able to come in every day and be passionate about the work that I'm doing, and really ensure that we're advocating to ensure that our students have access and opportunities, and that we keep EOP stronger and are able to make a stronger impact.
If it wasn't for EOP, I would not be here today or where I am.
Working with students and also being able to see them develop and grow and being part of their journey as they come in somewhat shy, as they get to know themselves, begin to develop and blossom into advocates.
It's like they always want to hold you accountable and let you know that there's value within yourself to achieve what you want.
All of us who are a part of EOP, we are a huge family.
You find the support and unity with your peers.
I'm so proud of them, and seeing them cross that stage and getting their EOP medallion just makes me happy, and I feel like we did something right by helping them out.
I just feel so grateful for what I've been allowed to do here to help them have a better life.
I didn't necessarily see myself being a part of my community or contributing, and I was able to do that. And so I know how important that impact is, because I work steadily to help these students, and I know that that's what they're going to carry forward.
We have to go back to our communities, and we have to tell our stories and our narratives, because if we don't, who else is going to tell our story? So, for me, I just really love giving back to the program, and especially a program that believed in me.
A lot of people will help you now when you're doing okay, but they helped me when I needed it the most, and I will absolutely never forget that. It changed my life.
I just want to say thank you for the trailblazers that started the program. Now, this year, the program has been in existence 50 years. And so I'm just one example, but if you use a multiplier effect in all the lives that have been changed. So thank you, everybody involved in the EOP program.
During the 60s, with issues of the Vietnam War, civil rights, recognizing the racism and the barriers that were preventing communities of color from being able to move forward, and education was seen as a critical civil right that was being denied. As students, we were leading the vanguard of social change throughout the world, and seeing the role that students played in fighting the war in Vietnam, fighting for civil rights, fighting for empowerment of communities, not just in the US, but throughout the world, connecting with students from Europe, from Asia, from South America. We were a movement that was creating revolution.
At that point, EOP was not a statewide program. So we went to Sacramento and began to lobby for EOP. Reverend Diamond Lee, especially Willie Brown from San Francisco, and he was Speaker of the House at the time, so he pushed for it.
There was a simultaneous effort to try to make things right. There were protests all over the CSU, strong protests. We marched on Broadway in San Diego, protesting, stopping traffic. We did a sitting at the president's office. We were kicked out. San Francisco State maintained that protest on campus for months until they had to have riot police come and break it up. In Sacramento, we had a lot of conservative people. And so there was a lot of resistance to helping programs like an educational opportunity program. There was an effort to try to find the most conservative senator in Sacramento to sponsor a bill. And it was Senator Harmer, and he sponsored Senate Bill 1072.
It was all about maintaining some accountability between the institution and its commitment to the communities it's supposed to serve. We started looking at people who had need to go to school, and we had the ability to educate them at the level they should be. We put together conferences for high school counselors. They assumed that we were only concerned about providing money for people, but no, we told them it's a broad-based program that provides tutorial and academic support, and then informing people as to what the academic process was about. Well, if you haven't had a history in your family of people going to college, they don't know what to expect or how to deal with it, or what their responsibilities are at that time. So to help them get through it, we used to have parent orientations where we would orientate them to what their students were getting into. A lot of students came with so much self-doubt that it wasn't a question of them being able to perform because they didn't have the skills. They just were able to perform because they weren't comfortable in the environment. There were instructors that flat out denied, I'm not going to have any EOP students in my class.
I came in as a special admit, and I was in the first 100 group of students that got accepted at Cal State LA in the fall of 1969. They taught us about the university, the rules and regulations. They also had us going to a 1-week orientation, which would be summer bridge program. I had the first generation jitters. I didn't think I belonged there.
When EOP started, I think students of color were probably, less than 10% of enrollments on campuses. And so it's a very different world. If you were a Black student in the late 60s or an Asian student, you probably knew most of the other students you would see walking around kind of thing. But most of the other people we went to school with were not given this opportunity. And I think those, particularly students of color, were the ones that continued to see that this is not just something that we're doing just as part of growing up, but this is something just to represent what the future of our communities needs to have people standing up for. If we were going to create change in society, that it was up to our generation to be in the forefront, to challenge authority, to challenge the existing establishment, and to create that change. We were all in early 20s doing these things. We did not have role models. It was uncharted territory. And so we had to make up things as we were going. And so it was a challenge to be able to do that.
We kind of learned on the fly. We were doing stuff that later became innovative freshman year experience programs, learning communities, tutorial centers were not just one-on-one tutoring, but study groups. There was nobody doing academic advisement. Peer mentors who were a year ahead of us or 2 years ahead of us.
The Summer Bridge program, the Educational Opportunity Program, transformed how campuses serve students. That's how dramatic it was.
As that program grew, so did the success of a lot of students. Sometimes the transition was the one thing that they needed to accept their role as an academician, as a student. You can't leave people behind. You got to bring people along with you. And it's not just your children, but it's other people's children. It's not just the neighborhood that you live in, but you reaching out to other neighborhoods and seeing that those people get a chance. People take so much for granted. They don't realize a whole lot of people out here have not had the experiences that you have. They won't get them unless we help them get those experiences and we share our experiences with them. You'd be surprised how it comes around, you know.
I was so thankful that they brought me into Cal State LA. I worked for the program as a student assistant and eventually became an EOP counselor, and then I became the EOP director. You just get so much back from it. I learned so much about myself, and I learned a lot about the students. You see them moving and you see them growing, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my goodness, we have a flower blossoming in front of us. And it's an amazing experience.
One of the things that we often forget is to thank all of the EOP directors for making the program work. If it weren't for them, there'd be no EOP program, and they rarely get the thanks that they deserve. The individuals that are doing it now did not experience the things that we experienced in the 1960s. And so I can understand that. And so that's why we need EOP to remind people that their work is so valuable, because we never know when things are going to turn, particularly in our society now. To hear comments like, go back to where you came from.
There is hope, I think, but it's got to come from people who are on the campus now to get back to the original mission and vision of an equity program for all. And I think that's a challenge that the chancellor, each president, each EOP director is going to have to confront and not hide from it. And not think that because, oh, I'm here and I'm making this tremendous salary, that our job is over. I think we got to go back to the basics. The future is in the hands of you younger folks. I mean, you guys have technology in your hands, and you got the opportunity to do a better EOP, a better Cal State, a better UC, a better state, and a better country.
We have to just check ourselves of how nimble the program is and always looking for how do we support those students most in need. And not just focus on, well, you know, our own community and, you know, whatever, we have numbers we can show and feel satisfied with that. You know, how are we directing resources toward foster children, emancipated foster youth? How are we doing toward immigrant communities, undocumented? All of those things to me are like where EOP has got to be at the forefront of serving those most vulnerable student populations and communities. EOP, if we do our job correctly, it's more than a service, it's our home, you know, and it nurtures and develops and empowers and engages. And that's hard to do, but it's certainly part of the mission that makes EOP different than anything else on the campus. You know, that we have a population of students and we have responsibility for what we do with them, not just graduating them, but engaging and empowering them. So while we celebrate student success and innovation, we also need to kind of figure out ways that we challenge how our society has moved.
So very powerful. I think it left with, right? Who are we? EOP GS, right? It's one of those videos where everyone that you saw, including myself, we're all EOP alumni or alumni from these types of programs that support, underrepresented minority students. And for me, it's definitely a pleasure to have gone through an amazing program and then to, fast forward to now be able to direct all these, amazing support programs, and to be here, today on a Thursday afternoon with all of you, so having watched and heard the video, we want to hear from you. So let us know what these programs mean to you by visiting thementi.com, enter code 8235767, or like Bear said, snap a picture of the QR code. So here we have support opportunity. And I think, one of the most powerful quotes is, you can't leave people behind, right? You got to take people with you. And that's what we do here for EOP and GS: family, comfort, belonging, community, support for your family, guidance, hope, part of my village. Definitely. Let me see. What does this all mean to you? A better future, confidence. What else do we got? EOP means support and opportunities. Especially right now, right? During these uncertain times, you're all living through a global pandemic, right? When you enrolled at CSUMB, I'm sure, you weren't prepared to be going through school, through your college year, almost a year, virtually, but here you are. There's also so many social issues going on in the world, in the nation. There's a lot, that you all, and we recognize, are dealing with, and in retrospect, so are we. But with having to go through all these struggles that, at the end of the day will only help make you stronger. You need to continue to, advocate for yourself and believe in one another. Just like in the video, right? Had those students in the 60s not fought for social injustice, educational equity, I don't think we'd be sitting here today. I don't think I would have, graduated and gotten my undergraduate degree. So I think it's one of those things where even though, things aren't going as we all planned, it's very important to know that, you can't let the unknown get in the way of your goals, your dreams, and your aspirations. And at the end of the day, that we're all here to support you. You just met all the EOP GS staff, even, our amazing student staff that couldn't be here today, with the exception of course, May, who's here. So don't ever hesitate and think that you're alone. Don't ever think that you can't reach out or that you can't ask us, if you just want to vent. I think we all go through those moments where we just need someone to vent to. I'm sure all your advisors, would be more than happy to hear you out. So, again, remember that we're all proud of you. You're on your second week of the spring semester. I did see that we're all hopeful, to be back in person in the fall. However, whatever, the future brings, at the end of the day, it's important for you to stay strong, right? So, as former First Lady Michelle Obama once said, history has shown us that courage can be contagious and hope can take on a life of its own. So I leave you with this: stay hopeful, optimistic, and remember to always keep your head up. And I'll turn it over to May for some trivia.
Hi, everyone. So we are going to play a little game of Kahoot. So if you know what Kahoot is, there we go. You just go to kahoot.it right there and you put in the game pin. And let me see.
May, do we have prizes?
Yes, so we do have prizes. The first three or top three winners get prizes. So try to make sure you put your name, like your actual name in there, and then that way we know who it is. So we'll give it a couple of minutes for everyone to sign in. Now, I just want to warn y'all, like, this is very, very random. So, you know, just keep an open mind. Don't think too hard. Just have fun with it. So,
And it's okay if they have a nickname, right? Because then we'll find them. We'll track them down after.
yeah.
What's your nickname, May?
My nickname?
What would be your Kahoot nickname, May? Well,
My go-to game name is if you know it, you know it. If you don't, you don't. But it's in Hmong, it's Zhao. And so it's basically ant.
Nice. Nice.
Okay. I think we have everyone.
So we'll give them 5 more seconds.
Yeah.
We'll count it down or what?
I think we're good now, right? Everyone got on?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna start. So in the Matrix, does Neo take the blue pill or the red pill? The red one. So I don't know if y'all have seen the movie, but you know, he takes it and he gets to continue with the life. Good job, Aurora. So next one. What is the process of splitting atoms called? So this one's for, I want to say my bio majors.
Oh, damn.
Fission. I didn't even know that myself, so. Oh, good job, Billy. Okay, so what Pacific Ocean trench is the deepest in the world? Y'all should know this because, you know, we kind of live near it, so. The Marina Trench. It's like, I want to say it's near Moss Landing. So. And we're back with Aurora in first. What color is the central square on a Scrabble board? Is it blue, pink, the color of the board, or red? Yeah, I had to look this one up myself. It's pink. So Aurora, you're still in the running, okay? What is Chucky's real name? If y'all are horror fanatics, y'all would know this. Charles Lee Ray. I think he says it like 10 times in the movie. Ooh, Sabrina. Okay, I see you. True or false, a U.S. presidential candidate needs 270 electoral college votes to get elected. And I hope everyone knows this because we just had a historical moment recently. So it's true. Yes, Sabrina. All right, what city requires aspiring cab drivers to undergo years of training? I feel like this one might shock some people. London. So there are aspiring cab drivers in London. I thought that was pretty cool. Ooh, Angela. Yes. Okay, what breed of dog is Cujo? And if y'all have not seen Cujo, I highly recommend it. It's kind of like, it's scary, but it's good for the soul. Whoever said Beethoven, I give y'all like half a point for that in my heart. Awesome. Who is the Roman equivalent to the Greek god Apollo? This one should be easy. So it's Apollo. If you didn't notice, the other answers were all Greek gods. So it should have been like simple, but okay. Still at Angela. So according to Bird Person from Rick and Morty, what does Wubba Lubba Dub Dub mean? If you haven't seen the show, it's not your fault. It was just something random that I wanted to throw in there. But if you know it, you're extra amazing. Yes, so it's I'm in great pain. Please help me. I promise it's a good show though. Yes, Chris, first place. Okay, which Asian country has a calling code 82? And I forgot to take Russia out of it. So I'm sorry for that. Yes, so it's South Korea. Okay. In Florida, only on Sundays, it's illegal for a single woman to do what? Y'all are gonna be like mind blown by this because I was. Yeah, so it's skydiving. Mind blowing, right? Who would have thought on Sunday single women can go skydiving? Good job for getting that, Chris. So what is the first feature-length animated movie ever released? So it's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the very first princess in Disney, if y'all didn't know that. Cool. So who was saying about being an Eggman and a walrus? I don't know these pictures 100%, but if you know it, you know it. I think the red is the Beatles. The orange is Billy Idol. The blue, oh, well, yeah, it's the Beatles. Wow, Chris, you're still up there. Who's gonna take him down? In South Dakota, it's illegal to fall down and sleep where? I feel like these are gonna be like fun facts to have in your head. Yeah, so it's the Cheesecake Factory. I guess, you know, they just don't want you falling asleep on their cakes. Okay, we're still at Chris. What are people who love eating ice cold? I'm not gonna lie, I'm an ice cream lover too, so. But yeah, it's a, I don't know how to say it, and I don't want to say it wrong, but it's that one, the green one. And fun fact, a troglodyte is someone who loves living alone. So yeah. Oh, Aurora is getting up there. So what are the parents of Patrick's, or what are the names of Patrick's parents from SpongeBob? This one might be a little tricky. So it's Herb and Margie. I don't know if y'all remember the scene, but when Patrick was like, Janet, Marty, my parents are Herb and Margie. I thought it was funny. Okay. So what animal cannot stick out its tongue? So we have the lizard, a lemur, panda, and a crocodile. So yeah, wow, a lot of you guys got it right. It's a crocodile. I'm not sure if they have tongues. I'm pretty sure they do though. Okay. So this one's multi-select. Who is your retention advisor? Is it Anna? Is it Beige? Or is it Kiana? Or you just do not know? Wow. For the one person who does not know the retention advisor, I suggest you stick around after the event. Awesome. Cool. Okay. Last one. Double points. Is water wet? And don't be mad at me. I found the answer online. So if you get it wrong, you get it wrong. Google said it. Wow. Oh my gosh. So yeah, it's not wet. Sweet Jane, Leslie, and Lisbeth. Woo! Awesome. So if you three can please, let me see. I'm gonna stop share. If you three can please leave your, or email Shelby your contact information and your address, and we will send you your lovely gifts. Shelby, if you want to show them. You all, or you three, get headphones. Woo! All right. Well, I'm going to hand the mic back to Anna.
Thank you, May. That was fun. So the next thing in our agenda is we would like to give you some time. So now that you got the opportunity to meet all of the staff, hear from the video about what EOP is, we just want to give you the opportunity for you all to share anything that you would like, any comments, any shout outs for the semester. It's the second week of spring 2021. So I hope that you all are kind of like focused, energized to starting to continue the momentum throughout the spring semester. So I would like to, or we would like to give you all the opportunity to share anything. So it's basically like an open mic. So you can unmute yourselves and then share what you would like. And it could be any shout outs, anything that you're excited about for the spring 2020. I know that during these times, sometimes building those connections or keeping in touch can be difficult during this online learning setup, but feel free to share anything that comes to mind.
I just want to thank Bears. He's gone through a lot of transitions with EOP advisors because Dawn was graduating and then we went through a different change as well. Also Gloria for sticking through it. Thank you, girl. I just want to thank the EOP advisors that I've got to experience at least so far, because not only are they calm, cool, and collected, they're also very dedicated and they want to see us succeed. So I'm really happy that I got the opportunity to even meet them,
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else? Shout out to everyone who will be graduating this spring 2021. Yes, last semester. That is exciting. Anybody else?
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes, this is Nicholas. Apologies, I don't have my video on because of internet. It'll be too choppy, but I just wanted to thank the EOP program. I came here about 2 years ago, and in the first orientation there, I would say 100 of us or so, and it was really fun. I just appreciate the support for each year I've been a part of the program. We're constantly being checked up on to make sure we're doing well in our classes and everything, and I think it's great to have that continuous support. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else?
I'd like to thank you, Anna, for always being there for us and encouraging us to do our best. I know last semester was really hard and you believed in me and I made the dean's list. And I feel like you were part of that big motivation that helped me stay on top of my things. And you were like, girl, you're gonna do this, you're gonna be on the dean's list, and I made it. I also want to thank Clementina. I know EOP Summer Bridge was for us, it was 2019. And I remember one day where you took the time to come back after you had left to come play Just Dance with us. So thank you, Clementina, for that. That's one of the best memories that I have from Summer Bridge.
Yes, thank you, Jackie. Thank you for sharing. It's always a pleasure working with you all.
And I still can't play dance, but I'm always down.
Yes, when we get back for sure.
Yes, thank you. Anybody else?
Yeah, I want to say thank you to literally like all the staff members that are keeping these amazing programs running. I'm an EOP and Guardian Scholar, so I get the best of both worlds. But biggest shout out to Miss Kiana. So although I'm in both programs, I see Miss Kiana more, and so truly thankful for everyone for the guidance, the support, the love, the weekly emails. I love it. And yeah, just thank you for everyone for the hard work.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else?
I'll go.
Shout outs, yes.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to all the staff as well, because really this program wouldn't be afloat and like running as smoothly as it is without all of you guys, and especially Anna. I think we can all agree has like always been there for us, and we've always been to talk to, always like telling you about all these resources that I probably wouldn't even like find out about without her. And like making sure that we're on top of our stuff, like filling out FAFSA, checking out like financial aid and such. I know myself, I always not let it pass me by, but I'm always like, oh yeah, I'll do it, like tomorrow or this day. And I know as soon as like I talk to her, she's like, did you fill out your FAFSA? And I'm like, and then I get it done, and I just want to let everybody in here know, especially the ones who are stressed. There is this cooperative learning center that's still tutoring online, and I am one of those tutors. So EOP fam, like there's so many people supporting you, and even fellow EOP students as well. So yeah, thanks everyone.
Yes, thank you for sharing that, Karina. And I think, again, it's the beginning of the semester, and I think one of the biggest parts of this program is the support system and using each other as resources as well. So going to the events and the activities, asking questions to each other. I think you all are the best resources because you're going through the experience at the same time, and you're going through similar experiences. So I know at the beginning when we asked like how you all were feeling about the semester, there was a lot of stress, there's also a lot of students that feel confident. So there's always a mix. And I think it's always remember to reach out to your support system, with whether it's EOP staff, your peers within the EOP program, within your classes, because again, you got to use the resources that you have, and that's what's going to help you be successful at the end. So thank you very much for sharing. Again, it's always a pleasure working with you all. And then we are going to move on to the next one, and I'm going to pass it on to Kiana.
All right, that was so nice. I'm all in my feelings right now. Y'all are so awesome. Shout out to all of y'all for coming back this semester. Okay. Do we have the calendar? Okay, perfect. All right. So on your screen, you see all of the events that we have planned for you this semester. So you all have already received this calendar from your advisor. And if you haven't, just ask. We'll continue to send it out this semester. But these events have all been planned with intention to help aid in your success academically and personally. And so we understand that, schedules are busy, Zoom fatigue is real, but by giving you this information early in the semester, we do want you to be able to look at your calendars and to plug in the events that you can attend, and the events that interest you, and the events that you can really just learn and grow from, because that's the whole point of what we do in the workshops and the intentions, behind it also, so you can meet all of your program requirements and we don't have to hunt you down to meet all of your program requirements. No virtual escape room this semester. Sorry. Maybe AS or somebody else is doing it, but that was fun. So yeah, so I'm not going to review every single event that we have, but we have some good stuff lined up academically and personally. We're really focusing on community building, trying to bring everybody together, wanting everybody to just meet and connect, because it's a lot harder to do that online than it is in person. But we are a family, both EOP and Guardian Scholars. And so we want you all to know that you have a huge support system. Like, you're a part of a program that's, you know, much larger than just CSUMB. So there's our spring semester events.
And then the next thing is advisor updates. Barrett, do you have any?
Sure. Actually, so as I reached out to folks the week before and these first 2 weeks of classes, there are a few changes going on. Gloria and I are kind of covering the boat, so to speak. So just for the folks that have just come into the school last fall, you know, spring feels like it goes faster. Don't know why. They're both 16 weeks long. It just has a different feel to it. So I'm encouraging folks to kind of get on top of things quickly, you know, in terms of your schoolwork, you know, EOP stuff, etc. Be a great help to both Gloria and myself to, you know, schedule your appointments soon. And of course, as always, reach out for help right away as soon as something comes up. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Barrett. And then for me, I sent all the updates through email. So just check your email. I hope that you all make an appointment or make meetings soon this semester as we get started. But if you have any specific questions, feel free to email me or schedule a meeting. And I hope you have a great semester.
All right, so it's back to me. So same, you know, go ahead, schedule your appointments, you know, read my weekly emails. But I do just have a few words that I want to leave everybody with. So there's just been so much that's been happening in our society, and we've all been impacted in many different ways, you know, and I just want to say I'm just so proud of each of you for, you know, persevering all that was, you know, thrown your way. The reality is, you know, you all did not have to return this semester, but you did. And I know it's like I'm preaching to the choir because you all are here, you're showing up and you're engaged. But that really shows just the dedication that you have to your education and just creating a better future for yourself. So I just want to leave you with an excerpt from the late, great Maya Angelou's poem, Still I Rise, because it's one of my favorites. Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean, leaping and wide. Welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestor gave. I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise. Have a great semester, everyone.
Please take a moment while I leave a few closing remarks to do the evaluation. I think Shelby just put it into the chat as a link. Also, there's a QPR code right here. It's brief, but it really helps us as we try to improve the welcome back each semester. I guess I would just touch on a few things to close. It's been a heck of a year, and 2020 turned a lot of things upside down between the pandemic and everything else that's going on. Y'all survived. You know, it was a heck of a semester. Everything was online. Everyone adjusted. You're here now. You know, we talk a lot about motivation, inspiration, and I think one of the key things is just to keep walking, keep moving your life forward. You know, when you keep your life in motion, I've found and observed in others that that's when the universe kind of says, yeah, okay, you're ready for this opportunity. And I think it's just a daily decision. It's the little things. Every time you sit down to do some work, do an assignment, every time you make the decision to join the class, you know, day by day, week by week, semester by semester, each one of those decisions, you're moving your life forward. So, you know, you don't get too overwhelmed thinking about everything you have to do this semester and everything you need to do to graduate and everything you need to do for et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Just keep making those choices. Because each time you make a choice to do something like that, you're moving your life forward. You're keeping yourself in motion. And the break in the clouds, it appears when you do that. So that's what I have, y'all. It was a fun time. Really great to see everyone. So glad you joined us. Reach out, you know, touch bases with us. We're here because we want to be here. We're here because we love what we do. And we look truly, the best part of our jobs are talking to y'all. So come and speak to us. Thank you.